Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Today, I'm going to show you how to repair light contact on your vehicle. Either if it's one panel or two panels, and if it has transfer or not, I'm going to teach you how to do that right in your own driveway or backyard. You don't need a fancy shop. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Underneath a lot of this transfer, there's dents, there's also scratches through the clear coat. It chipped off some paint, so depending on the depth of your services, you may be able to take care of everything. If you have PDR, paintless dent repair, and if you pick a rock chip or scratch repair kit out from Amazon, or if you have it on hand, you can take care of that as well. The first thing you want to do is just wash it, get everything cleaned up, and then we'll break out either Oops or some Rust-Oleum paint thinner here. At this point, with the damage that this panel has, just grab the thinner and get that transfer off of there and get it off quickly. What we want to do is keep this job under a half hour, 30 minutes. So if you're doing it on your own, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. Me doing this as a career, I'm going to make $350 or $375 in a half hour doing this. I'm showing you today you do not need an extravagant shop, a big, huge, expensive shop to get this done. You could do this in your driveway, in your backyard. So I pulled the car behind the shop. We're doing it in direct sunlight and in the heat. We'll be working in steps, removing one tier after another of eyesores. And after the transfer, it looks so much better already. So the next thing that attracts the eye is this horrible looking paint protection film strip. It's a factory strip. It's very small. It will come off easy. I won't even need a heat gun out in the direct sunlight and the warm temperatures. You'll see here, it peels right off. Behind that, we have another layer of ugliness, and that will be the leftover adhesive from the film. And you can use your Oops or your panel prep or alcohol or thinner to work on that and remove the adhesive as well. With that gone, it looks even better. At this point, we're down to the lighter and deeper scratches and gashes and some of the areas that are through the paint. And what we want to do now is round some of these areas off using 3000 grit sandpaper. I'm not going to go too deep into the explanation, as I have many videos on how to do this, and you could revisit those as you'd like. You can easily dry sand being outside. It's just a habit for me now to wet sand, as wet sanding is important being inside a shop, wanting to keep it clean and not wanting any of that clear coat we've shaved off to become airborne as dust. So the water in wet sanding controls that and just lets it run off the panel. In this case, you can dry sand, you can wet sand, whatever you want to use. Sheets, Trizact discs, or the Roop discs. I'm sanding until I see a white milky film run down the panel, and that's actually clear coat. That we are actually shaving clear coat at this point. And I'll go a little bit further. I'll stop, I'll wipe off the residue, and I'll take some different angles using the sun. I'll check my work, see how deep we have gone, how we've rounded off the edges of the scratch, and if I'm satisfied, I'll go to the polishing stage. If not, maybe I'll do another round of wet sanding. Completely up to you. It depends how deep they are. And at this point, the deeper scratches, they're rounded off. Even if the sunlight hits them, they'll look a little bit less hideous. And what we need to do now is refine our work. We've wet sanded, now we need to polish, and then we'll need to do some touch up after that. That should do it. That should have refined the marks from the 3000 grit sandpaper. Let me remove the residue and I'll grab you guys. We'll come in for a closer look. Much, much better. Now, there is damage towards the back end of the quarter panel. That's going to be a video for a later day. We'll touch upon some PDR, paintless dent repair work. But for now, we're getting there. We only have a few more steps to go, and it looks much, much better. Next step, filling in some of the chips and deeper scratches that are down into the base of the panel. All you need is Exact Match touch-up paint. You can order that through Dr. Color Chip or stop by the dealership for the make and model of your vehicle. Go to the parts department and they should have an Exact Match vial of paint for you, normally running between $15 and $25. That's exactly what I have here, but before we get those areas filled in, we're going to use a panel prep to remove any polish residue. And at this point, we have the rock chips and the deeper scratches that were down to the bare metal filled in. And if you're using Dr. Color Chip or OEM paint, it depends on what you're using. It's going to be a little bit of time, just a few minutes for that to cure enough before you seal it up. And we're going to use our Apex Surface Protection Rehydra bead. That's just what we're choosing today. At this point, you can do whatever you want to. If the panel does not need body shop repair, you can coat it, you can wax it, you can seal it, polymer sealant, or use a spray coating. Completely up to you. Now, really, the only thing, if you're at the right angle, the dents here, small ones, catch your eye. And that's where PDR or paintless dent repair comes in. And that'll be for a future video. But where we have it right now, it looks a whole lot better. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll catch you in the next video.